We have a domestic workforce out there that would love to learn more and participate in not just construction, but road building. Women Building Futures is an organization that started up about 5 years ago because we saw the demand, certainly. So we started the organization. We've been focusing on construction careers. Steam fitting, our top 6 would be carpentry, electrical, steam fitting, pipe fitting, welding, sheet metal. Those are the trades that we've been focusing on. But a couple of years ago, I called Marty, actually. At that time, we were seeing a lot of women coming in our doors saying, hey, I'm not interested in being a pipe fitter. I would really like to operate equipment. It's always been what I would like to do, but I don't know how to get into it. I have no experience at it, don't know if I'd be good at it. So I called Marty and said, what's up? Where's the training? Where's the hands-on training? How can these women get a little bit of that hands-on experience? It's very difficult for those of us who have not been in the industry to just go out there and think that someone's going to hire you and give you a chance. So Marty said, well, just, hold your horses. We're working on something. And I think one of the comments that Dave made a minute ago was about apprentices and the type of people that go to NEAT. They're similar learners as the type of learner that comes to Women Building Futures. The students who come to us are tactile learners. They are individuals who didn't go to university. They're individuals more like me. We're not academically inclined. We like to work outside. We like to get our hands in it, and like the challenge of these kinds of careers that they can offer. I had to hire people from time to operate my winch tractors, and I can guarantee you that if I could have found women at the time that would have liked to have done it, I would have hired them. I find that women do tend to have a lighter touch. If you give them your safety checklist, you give them your preventative maintenance checklist, they actually do it. They look forward to it, they understand it, they really want to do it. So what we have right now, we all know we've got more work than the workers, and we need access to workers. And what we do know and what we have learned in Women Building Futures over the last 5 years is we have a huge labor pool right here in Alberta. It is the domestic workforce. It's women. There are women in every community in this province who I can tell you right now who call us every day saying, how can I get involved in this, whether it's construction or road building? There's a big labor force out there. Some of the challenges that we have found. Number one is lack of awareness. Most women don't wake up in the morning saying, my gosh, I think I'll be a pipe fitter, or I think I'll go run that big hoe, or be a road builder. We just don't. It's not really within our frame of reference for the most part. What we do find is that when we talk to women about these opportunities, you got a heads up in a big way. They're just very, very keen to hear more. So another challenge is just a lack of training and preparation. Most of us, we don't have the same sort of skill set that men often gain in their younger years. We often don't gain the same sort of assertiveness. So we see a project going on down the road. A young man might feel very comfortable just going over there and saying, hey, how about a job? Yeah, I can dig ditch, I'll use the shovel or whatever until you see I'm a candidate for something better and put me to work. A lot of us women we're not really geared to operate that way. We need training and preparation to understand the industry, understand the expectations, and be able to meet or exceed those expectations. Affordable housing is a problem that we have found that face many women who want to get into training. Those are the 3 that I'm going to really focus on for this particular presentations. So some of the solutions that we've come up with at Women Building Futures is we're expanding our recruitment program. Starting in the fall of this year, we will be going out and speaking with women in 6 major areas in northern Alberta, and that includes from Red Deer north and into the territories. We will be talking, of course, about the programs that we have currently, but I can tell you that road building If I could go out there while we're telling women about the construction industry, if I could go out there and say and talk about the road building industry, here are the jobs out there, here's some training that's coming down the pipe. This industry is open and eager to hire good operators. I'm telling you right now, there would be a flood. Now, one of the things that we have done over the last 4 years is we've created an assessment program where we assess applicants who come to us to want to take our training program. There's all kinds of people out there who want to take training for different reasons. What we look for at Women Building Futures are women who are absolutely serious and suitable and committed to the process. So because we've been focusing on the apprenticeship trades, we look for and only accept women who are ready and suitable for apprenticeship. They must have the academics and science. They must have that work ethic that is required. They must have a commitment to the 4-year apprenticeship process. As we're expanding, one of the other solutions that we've come up with is we bought an old warehouse downtown Edmonton last year, and we are renovating it into a training facility for women. That's the first of its kind in Canada. Right now, it is focused on the construction trades. So we will have a floor of shop space, mostly welding, pipe fitting, carpentry, and so forth. The facility will also include 3 floors of affordable housing. So affordable housing will no longer be a barrier for women, wherever they're coming from. If they want to come in and take the training, there's going to be affordable housing waiting for them. We want to include road building as one of the main components of our program. Now, right now, we have been talking to women about the road building program that we currently have. It's the road building program that was developed by the Alberta Road Builders Association, Heavy Construction Association. But going back to Dave's comment about tactile learners, these individuals want to, let me just step back. Learning the civil engineering techniques and concepts is great, but they really need to see and feel and smell the equipment. They need to get in it. Simulation, those kinds of things, they're fine. But eventually, you got to get in that equipment. You've got to realize the worth of that equipment, the danger, how to operate it safely. So the assessment, our assessment program, it has resulted in a 90 to 95% success rate for women who come through our programs. Our students they finish the program, they're hired, they're registered as apprentices, and they go through their first year of NAIT. That's what we consider to be successful. We have very high standards at Women Building Futures. And it would be the same thing for the road building. What we would like to do is, of course, couple that program that we have right now with some actual hands-on training. So when I talked to Marty a couple of years ago again and said, you know, what's up, man? We got to get some of this training going. Where can we get into some equipment so women can really start to see what the opportunity is, what the challenge is? I mean, it's fabulous stuff. Once you get in it, you can't get out of it. You just love it. So I'm very excited to be here today, I can tell you. The 4th bullet point, workplace culture preparation. That is a component of our program that we believe helps women be successful. I can tell you from experience that being a pipe fitter or a welder or a truck driver or equipment operator, I have never yet met a woman who has gotten out of the business because she didn't like the job. I really have never met one who couldn't do the job, who didn't like it. The reason women leave is because of the workplace culture. It's working with you guys every day. It's different for us. It's hard enough hanging out with the men that we love and communicating really well. It is. I mean, there's millions of books written about this. Men and women communicating. We have a really hard time, even with the ones we really love. We get out there on the job site and oh my God, it's a different world for us women to go out there and be successful, to be able to work with men and show them that we can do the job, we're up for it, we're up for working with them, and we can make very good co-workers. And so our program spends as much time on this as it does on the actual hands-on training. So what we've seen in it all is a huge success story. These women are working, They're loving their work. They're getting through their apprenticeship program. And we support our students until they don't need us anymore. And by that, I mean things like, well, when they go to NAIT for their apprenticeship training, if the employer doesn't pay tuition, actually, it was Sam Shaw's idea at NAIT. They set up a scholarship fund for Women Building Futures graduates. So when they get over to NAIT, they've got tuition money they can access. And that's a 10-year scholarship fund, I believe, that Sam set up over there. If they get over to NAIT and through their apprenticeship training or whatever it is, if they need tutoring, if they're having trouble, if they've got childcare issues, we work with our graduates to make sure that the stuff that keeps them from succeeding is managed. One of the things that we heard when we went out and talked to employers is that they're concerned about hiring women because of the childcare thing. Oh, women have children, so they're going to have childcare issues. I've interviewed many employers, and I hear this consistently. What we have right now is we have 50% of our students are single parents. 50% of the other 50% are just single women they'll go anywhere. They're looking for a career. For the single parents, if they can get work in their community, whether it's here in Edmonton, Bonnyville, Grand Prairie, whatever it is, obviously that's what they're going to do. There's road building work in all of those communities. There's good summer work, and there's winter work, usually with the municipalities. Women are a labor pool that I think could really offer something to this industry. But we need the training, the hands-on training, the jobs, and the retention support. And that's usually the companies that we work with, that we currently work with, we provide that job retention support so the employer doesn't really need to get into it. So for example, for our single parents, yes, one of the issues is childcare. Childcare can change. You can all of a sudden have somebody who's been a great worker, working away there really good, and all of a sudden, oh my God, she's missing time because of her childcare. Something has happened. So what we do, we contact the employer and say, look, this is the issue. Give us a day or two. We're going to work with her to get that childcare back up working so she can get back to work. It's a huge bonus for an employer. Our goal at Women Building Futures is to make sure that women get to work and can make a good living. You've got the expertise in your industry right now. You've got all of the experienced operators who are going to be leaving. I mean, we're all getting up to that age. Let's look around. We're all going to be retiring in the next while. We've got to use that expertise while you have it before they go out the door. So all I can say to this whole exercise is hurry the hell up. Hurry up and get it done. You've got the resources that you need, I believe. I mean, this is the Alberta Road Builders Association. Certainly what they have there is equipment. They've got the people and the expertise you need. So I encourage and support this initiative in any way that we can. And if we can work with you to supply workers, that would be fabulous. Thank you very much. I would certainly say hundreds. I can't say thousands because we've only been operating here in Edmonton. We've never talked to women in Grand Prairie and Valley View and Lloydminster and Bonnyville and all those other areas. I can tell you, I think it was in 2006 that we were definitely over the 100 mark in terms of women coming to us saying, what about heavy equipment operating? I want to be a heavy equipment operator. So I would definitely say when we start recruiting and going out and talking to women this fall, we will be talking to thousands of women in all these communities. This is a great opportunity for this industry to get the word out there that yes, we're interested in hiring women. We're looking at training programs to get women in the industry.